All right. Hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. And thank you all for joining us tonight. This is our Health, Wealth, and Happiness call. And we run this call the first Monday of every single month. So happy April as well. We love a new month. It's springtime. And it really is one of our absolute favorite calls. And the reason we love it is because we have really found a way to bring more health, more community, and more connection, and also purpose and mission to our lives. All of us sharing with you tonight have become just so passionate about what we do that we've created this amazing business around it. And we're just really excited to talk to you about it tonight. So, my name is Allison Fitzpatrick. To introduce myself, I'm from New Hampshire, and I have been with the Juice Plus company now for it's coming on 5 years soon. And tonight you're going to hear stories. You're going to hear about our amazing products first and why we're so passionate about this business. And then you're also going to hear stories of inspiration that we hope will help you dream a little bit bigger and really see the vision of what this possibly could be for you. So we all know health is wealth, right? And when we're healthier, we're happier. And when we have more time freedom and more financial freedom, we're able to find happiness in being able to do the things that we want to do rather than the things that we have to do. So I can tell you, for me, I absolutely love helping people. That's my biggest passion, is being able to help people. I love seeing people be happier. I love connecting with people. And when I fell in love with the Juice Plus products, I couldn't help but want to share it with absolutely everybody that I know. So not only has this business allowed me to help other people with their health, but I'm also super thankful to be part of such a supportive community of really like-minded people who constantly lift each other up. We call ourselves the Good Vibe Tribe, because that's 100% accurate of what this team radiates. And I absolutely love that. And it's just been such an amazing journey, now, and will continue to be forever. So I am really excited to first pass this on to my friend Kristy, who is going to talk about our amazing products. You can unmute yourself, Kristy.
There we go. Hi, I'm Kristy Baranowskis. I am in New Jersey, and I actually am coming up, I guess, on a year being with Juice Plus. So thank you to Allison for introducing me. But it's been an amazing year, and I would love to share the products with you. So I'm going to kind of cover all of them. And one of the first things that Juice Plus is committed to doing is to flooding our bodies with the most important foods. And that is raw fruits and raw vegetables and berries. So I'm going to be talking about these three guys tonight. And they're not just good for you, but they're absolutely critical. And we're actually supposed to eat 9 to 13 servings a day of fruits and vegetables. So, and a serving is a fist size. And we probably don't do that on our own just because of how many fruits and vegetables that we have to eat. So we're thankful for Juice Plus to be able to help us get our fruits and vegetables and berries in as well. So Juice Plus the products are over 30 different raw, like ripened whole foods. It's non-GMO and is certified to be pure. And because of all the different varieties, so the red is the vegetable, the green is the red is the fruit, green is vegetables, and the purple is the berries. It's like fruit in a or salad in a capsule, really, because you combine all of these together and it's like a delicious salad. So one of the things that it's important to understand the process that the plants go through to be encapsulated, and also to be put into the chewable form, which we also have here. So first of all, our fruits and berries and vegetables are completely vine ripened. So that means that they are attached to the plant until the nutrition is fully developed, as opposed to being picked earlier and then ripened on the way, whatever that looks like. They are actually pulled directly from the plant. They are then ground up, which is better than simply juicing, because what happens is we actually use the entire plant. So we use the leaves, we use the peels, we use the seeds, which provides much more nutrition for you, rather than just just eating, like peeling an orange. If you've ever peeled an orange, you're not eating the peel and then you spit out the seeds. Well, there actually is much more vitamin C in a peel than there is in the orange. And I don't know about you, but I don't eat many orange peels. So Juice Plus uses all of the fruits and vegetables and berries. So you're getting that much more. It's also slowly dried at low temperatures. So what that does is it preserves the live nutrients, and it's then put into the capsules as well as the chewables. And the chewables, they also come in the fruit, the vegetable, and the berries. And the chewables, actually, I take part in this. Juice Plus has a program called Healthy Starts for Families, and it provides children, as long as there is one adult in the home that is on the capsules and purchasing the capsules, the children get their fruits and vegetables at no charge, for free, which is amazing, because what family doesn't want that for their own children? So my daughter loves the chewables, and she is on those as well. So that is an added bonus as well. And then as a health coach, one of the things that I love, there's several things that I love about Juice Plus, but they're scientifically proven. So what that means is Juice Plus is researched. It's one of the most nutritional research products in the world, with over 38 published studies in peer-reviewed medical journals, and there's several more on the way in the future. As well as, it's an actual food. It's not a vitamin. And so because it's a food, it actually has a nutrition label. All of the bottles have a nutrition label on here. So just when you go to the grocery store and you buy like a frozen bag of broccoli or cauliflower, it's the same nutrition label on here. So the government actually considers it food, which means it's safe for everyone. There is no you can't overdose on it. There's not a limited amount. It is a full whole food, so it's safe for children of all ages, pregnant, nursing, athletes, elderly, young children in the family as well. So those are the capsules. And then we also have, my friend Allison is going to share with us the omegas. And so our omegas are a little bit different than maybe other omegas that you've heard of. Our omegas, actually, we skip the fish and we go straight to the source, which again is plant-based, and we go directly to the algae that the plant or the fish eat from. So the omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, they are all encapsulated in the same process in low temperature technology, so that none of the delicate oils in the capsules are damaged at all. And we also have that in addition to the fruits and berries and the vegetables. Then we have our smoothie powder. We have our complete. We have 2 flavors, chocolate and vanilla. So this is the same. It's vegan, gluten-free, whole food, fiber, amino acids, fruits and vegetables, all in a shake. And it is a really great quick breakfast, post-workout recovery shake, healthy snack. My daughter, she's 7. She has learned how to open one of these and pour them in a bowl and make pudding. And that is her afternoon snack. And I love that it's safe for her enough to do that. But then you can have it in a smoothie for breakfast in the morning too. As well. So we also have these protein powders as well. And then I have to say, it's probably one of my favorites, is our Tower Garden. And it is not, I don't have it up here with me. It is in my basement, but this is a picture of the Tower Garden. And it's amazing. It is an indoor aeroponic growing system. So what it allows us to do is we can grow fresh produce all year long. And for somebody like me who does not like to get messy and dirty and dirt with it underneath their nails, it's really great, especially during this time when it's been so kind of iffy going to the grocery stores. We've been able to pick lettuce and now tomatoes and cucumbers off of our garden. And if you are wanting to introduce your little ones to fruits and vegetables, this is one of the best ways to do it. They can see it, they can taste it, and they can just really take part in it. So our Tower Garden is one of my favorite products. So I think that covers it all.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kristy, for sharing all that. I really appreciate it. So we always love to bring our products to life by sharing some stories. So we have a few people that are going to share tonight. First is Michelle. Michelle, if you want to take yourself off mute and just let us know, why you said yes to the product and, how it's been going for you and what you're excited about and all that.
Sure. Thank you so much, Allison. I appreciate it. Well, I'm Michelle Pappas, and I'm from Potomac, Maryland, and I am super excited to be on this journey with everyone here. I'm married to a retina surgeon, so I have a doctor in the family, which is kind of neat with these products. And I've got two children. I have a 21-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old son, both of whom are seniors and about to graduate. And I guess my story kind of begins really with my sponsor, Stacy King, who unfortunately can't be here tonight. 2 or 3 years ago, she and I kind of connected on Facebook because I had followed her stories with another Juice Plus partner, Patrick Avon, who's AKA Sarge, and on their Doc and the Jock show. And her stories would show up on my feeds and pages. And eventually one of her big things was the Tower Garden, which I was like, how do you get one of those? Where did you get one of those? And she, shared with me about this Juice Plus program. And years kind of went by, and about a year kind of went by, and she and I engaged a lot on Facebook and texted back and forth. And I was super intrigued, but nervous to kind of give this Shred 10 a try, which is, she said, in order to do some of this, in order to shred, I needed to purchase the Whole 30 products, the Juice Plus products, which I was really excited about. And shredding was easier than the Whole 30, which was something that I had contemplated doing years ago. So eventually, after a lot of texting and conversations with Stacy, I decided to bite the bullet last month, and I shredded for the first time. And detoxing for 10 days seemed really realistic and was totally possible. And as I said earlier in this, I'm still doing it now. And the timing was right. I have some joint, I've been trying to get to the root of some health issues myself with some joint and digestive and skin issues. And so this has kind of been helping. An elimination diet sort of seemed like the right thing to do. So I guess part of my story too is that I have a son who's a cancer survivor, and he's 4 years out now, and very grateful for that. But I've been trying to, when he was on his chemotherapy, he wasn't able to have any fruits and vegetables, because anything without a hard skin, because of the neutropenic situation with that. So I kept thinking to myself, I'd love for him to have had this then, but now I'm trying to make up for it. And my whole family started with me on February 26th, I think, is when I met Stacy. Whatever the Friday was, the last Friday in February, I met her. She loaned me some bottles. I purchased them, got my whole family started on them the same night. I just said, and I told my son, who's sort of like I don't want to do this. I said, if you love me, you're going to do it. And he's been doing it. So I'm really happy about that. My daughter's back to college, and she took some with her. She took the series, the trio with her. And actually, she took the quad. I gave her an omega as well. We're on all four. And both my husband and I have noticed that we're sleeping better. We have more energy. I used to nap during the day, and I'm not doing that at all. And my daughter has been noticing how much easier it is to get up in the morning. And I think it's probably because she's sleeping better at night. And so, just overall, shredding's kind of been easier than I thought. Taking the Juice Plus products has been, thus far, I've only been doing this for about a month and a half, maybe 6 weeks, I guess it is now. But I'm really excited to continue and keep going and see where it takes me. I mean, the hardest and biggest challenge I had was giving up caffeine. But other than that, And I don't drink coffee that much anymore. I just drink it on the weekends now. So, um, but yeah, so that's kind of my story.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Michelle. I love that. So many amazing positives there with just, shredding and, getting your whole family on it. That's what I love, is that we can get our whole family on it, and getting your son on it. I think that is amazing, and that he was open to doing it. More energy.
That's okay.
Yeah. No, he's gonna love it. Just feeling that more energy and working on your inflammation, all of that stuff. So I'm really excited. And it's only been a month and a half. So you've got, there's just gonna be so much more goodness ahead for all of you. So thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome. Thank
Thank you. And I'm gonna next pass it on to Shirley. Shirley, if you want to unmute yourself to share your story as well.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Shirley. I am from Methuen, Mass. I'm right down the highway from Allison. So I was introduced to Juice Plus from my sponsor, Diana, who unfortunately can't be here tonight. And the way it started is, we know each other through our boys. Our boys are best friends. They play basketball together since they were in, I think, third grade. And we became very close. And one thing about Diana is that she was always very health conscious, very particular about what she puts in her body. And so I started noticing she was posting these things on Facebook that intrigued me. So I texted her, I hit her up and I said, all right, girl, what are you doing? What you got? And she sent me the info, and she was telling me, I've been meaning to send it to you because I had recently started exercising more. And so she introduced me to the products in January. And the reason I said yes is I've tried everything probably on the market. I've done Herbalife, I've done It Works, I've done Beachbody, all of them, which, they work for a while and then you gain the stuff back. And there were things in the ingredients that I read that I was like, I can't even pronounce that. It's longer than my full name put together and everybody's name in the house pulled together. And when I was looking at the Juice Plus products, it was simple. It was just a vegetable's name. I'm like, oh, I know that name. Then I was like, sign me up. And I signed up at the perfect time because a shred was starting. So it was perfect timing. And I really wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to do something different because, I want to change. I want to break that cycle in our family with the cholesterol, with the diabetes, with the heart disease. And I've always been an athlete, but you can be an athlete and still be unhealthy. So I looked fit, but I wasn't fit, and the insides I was suffering. And, it just felt right. I wanted to be the change. I wanted to be the role model to my boys. My boys are 15 and 13. I wanted to show them that this is what we do to be healthy. It's not just these fad diets and back and forth and the bouncing back and forth. And they are extreme athletes. And so that's another reason why Juice Plus was so convenient, because we're never home. And it's hard to pack a salad and have it fresh to eat, or vegetables, they go rotten and all of that. So it's like taking the capsules and the boys take the chewables. I already know we have all this amazing goodness in us. They're also my motivation and reason why I want everyone to get healthy. And I started to shred, and immediately things that I was removing from my diet, I started to notice little impacts. If I tried cheese, like my tummy was hurting. Something with gluten, I felt uncomfortable. I was noticing different things in my body. And this was, again, February was the first shred that I did. And I just noticed little things, just like Michelle. I was going to sleep easier at night. I was waking up earlier before my alarm and not snoozing, just getting up and sitting there like, okay, well, let's see what's on the news and get going. My boys haven't noticed, but they get up. I notice, and they're just up. And they're teenagers who go to sleep late, and they just get up and they're like, hey, what's for breakfast? And they've been also craving more fruits and vegetables. So that, that alone, we have a juicer. I've been juicing so much. I'm peeling so many oranges. I get stingers in my fingers all the time from the acid. But, they're craving these things. And that's just like the best feeling in the world when your kids are actually making these healthy choices, right? And then other things that I noticed, like we just have a lot of energy. Probably already said that. But for myself, my skin has changed. I'd go next door. My parents live in my in-law, and I walk over. My mom looks at me. She's, you have makeup on? I said, no. She's like, oh my God, your skin is like glowing. And I was like, thanks, Mom. Because moms tell you the truth. Whether you look a hot mess, she'll tell you. You look great, they'll tell you. My hair is shinier. I just feel great. I just have this amazing amount of energy, mental clarity while I'm working. I'm Zooming all day because I'm still working from home. and I'm just in it and I'm going. So it's, going on 3 months now. I'm really, really feeling the difference even more as the time goes on, because that compound effect of everything just building up, it's amazing. And so I couldn't thank Diana more. I wish she was here, but it really is an amazing product. I did now also get the omegas because I'm a vegetarian, but I rarely eat any fish either. So I'm not getting omegas that I would through the fish. So the omegas have been great. The shakes, I love with making all the shakes in the smoothies. Even my husband's like, all right, I'm going to transition over to the capsules and give him some shakes. He sees all my smoothies are all yummy. So it's just a great product, so I just love it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shirley. And again, it's like being able to get the whole family on board and being that good role model. And, I love what you said about just wanting to break the cycle, right? Because we know that our DNA is not our destiny. Just because everyone else in our family had heart disease and all of this other kind of stuff, high cholesterol, doesn't mean that we need to. So I love that. I love that that's been your focus. So thank you so much for sharing. So we are going to switch gears now and just quickly talk about our business. So I'm going to hand it over to Hilary, who's going to go through the details of our business, and then we'll have a couple stories to share.
All right. Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I am Hilary Granite. I'm a physical therapist and a health coach, and I live in Washington, D.C. I own my own PT practice. I'm a mom of twin 9-year-old boys, and I've been part of the Juice Plus company for over 5 years. I think it's getting closer to 6 at this point. And as Allison said, I'm going to switch gears and talk about the business behind Juice Plus. You've heard some amazing stories from the women on the call tonight already about why we love the product so much. And I originally fell in love with the products first before I said yes to the business. And as much as I love the products, I do love the business even more. When I originally joined Juice Plus, I was looking for a way to not trade dollars for hours as I do as the physical therapist, and to make supplemental and residual income. And I love that I was able to build it in stolen moments. I'm super busy. I've said, I'm a mom. I have a PT practice. I see patients full time. And I literally has been able to build this side hustle of mine in stolen moments, like when my kids are sleeping, when a patient cancels, in the car when I'm driving. And it's great. So no matter how busy you are, you can definitely fit this in. And if you have a lot of time, you can even grow it a lot faster than I've been able to grow it. I also love that this income of my side hustle has been such a huge added benefit over this past crazy year that we've had. During this past year, unexpectedly, I had to close my PT business for about 2 months. And during those 2 months, I didn't have any income. And if it wasn't for my Juice Plus business, I wouldn't have had any income coming in. So I've always been grateful for this business. But over this past year, my grateful level is like off the charts with this. I used to always think like, what if I got injured, or what if I got sick, or what if, all these what ifs. I never, ever expected the what ifs to be what's been going on in the world right now. So obviously I'm super grateful for my Juice Plus business. And because of it, I still get to help people every day, but on such a bigger scale, bigger than I could ever imagine as a physical therapist. And so what I've learned is that I can work smarter, not harder, and which is what we want to teach you. And if you join this business, that's what we all want to be doing. So I'm going to share with you how our business works. So for $52 a year, you get your own virtual franchise and your own website. And then how it works is it's a little bit different than a traditional business model. So a traditional business model is like a triangle, and you have the CEO at the top. There's only one CEO. And then you have layers of management. And on the bottom is like the people who are trading dollars for hours, who are always asking for time off, who it's very unlikely that you're ever going to make it to the top because there's only one CEO. It's super competitive. And our business is exactly opposite. You take that same triangle, you flip it upside down. At our top, it's really wide. So anyone who comes in at this bottom we all have the same opportunity and capabilities to make it to the top. It doesn't matter what your background is, whether you are a teacher, a doctor, a stay-at-home mom, a personal trainer, a bartender, it doesn't matter. We all come in at the exact same level. We all pay that $52. And how we work our way up is by helping people. The more people we help, the more promotions we get. At that top level, we have full benefits, like if you're working for a big company, which means health insurance, dental, tuition reimbursement, Christmas bonuses. I know owning my own PT practice, I haven't had a Christmas bonus until I joined Juice Plus. So it's a really amazing company. And then how the business works is basically first you buy products for yourself, because the only way you're going to be able to share and know all the wonderful things that these products do is by taking them yourself. You make the retail sales profit back on your own products, and then we share. And so you've heard some wonderful stories here. It's just a word of mouth business. So you take the products, you see the results, and then you start sharing. And so when I talk about sharing, every day someone's asking me like, where's your favorite restaurant, or what's your favorite product? There's so many products that I recommend that are not Juice Plus that I never get compensated for. And so this is really like a grassroots marketing type of business where we share the products and we get compensated for that. So it's a great way to have a business and do it on your own terms. Some people worry about having to be like a good salesperson or be really salesy. And as I was just explaining, you don't need to like love sales or be good at sales. It's really just sharing a product that you love. And it's really about caring for people and wanting them to be healthier and helping them, whether it's their financial goal or their health goals, we help them get to where they want to be. And then another thing that people sometimes think about is, do they need to know a lot of people? Like, do you have to be successful? Do you need to know a lot of people? And you don't. When I first introduced this business to a couple of my friends, I introduced it to 2 people originally. It was Stacy and Becky. And then they introduced it to 2 or 3 people. And then those 2 people introduced it to 2 people. And so it's all about duplication. So those 2 people who I originally introduced it to, that turns to 4. If 4 people introduced it to 2, it becomes 8. And then it literally multiplies. It becomes 16, 32, 64. And all of a sudden you have this big team, this big successful business. And that's how this business works. The last thing I want to just touch on is a lot of times people think, is it one of those things, one of those pyramid schemes? It is absolutely not a pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes have been illegal since the 1970s. This company has been around for over 26 years. The products have never been recalled ever. And the founder is still involved in the business today. And it's an amazing company that gives back to the community. You've heard about the Family Start program, where they give the chewables to kids between the ages of 4 and college age, up to 4 years. They donate to Boys and Girls Clubs across America with Tower Gardens. They are the -- sponsor to St. Jude's Marathon Weekend. So it's an amazing company with a heart, which I love being part of. As far as the business goes, when you join, we are here to support you every step of the way. There is tons of training, especially on social media, because that's really how we grow our business these days. And it's really just, I call it a business in a box. It ticks all the boxes to own your own business. You get to own your own business. You work for yourself, but not by yourself. And you don't have the risk of a traditional business like I do as a physical therapist owning my own company. You don't have the overhead expenses. You don't have the stress. And you get to do it when you want. It's great. So really, you just need a phone and the heart and the passion to want to help others, and you're going to be successful at this. But the best thing about this is hearing people's stories. So I'm actually going to turn it over to Hilary, who's going to share her story and what she's found with the business. So Hilary, go ahead and take yourself off mute.
Hi, Hilary. Thank you. My name is Hilary as well. I live in California. I've been with Juice Plus for about 6 months now, and was introduced by Becky Faye, who's not on this call tonight. So I have been a stay-at-home mom for about 10 years, and that's been like financially difficult. I mean, rather than paying for childcare and being at a job I didn't care for, we chose for me to stay home. So that's come with certain sacrifices, but it's been a blessing. And just last year, or last year, 2 years ago, this whole last year has been a blur. I did finally go back to work, but then because of COVID, that kind of fizzled out, and here I was back at home, back with my kids, kind of wondering again, what is it that I'm going to wind up doing? And here we are a year later, and thankfully 6 months ago I chose to partner with the company, and it's just been really such a life-changing experience. I started during the pandemic with like just about zero extra time to, start something new, focus on something new. But it's been such a natural business, natural, thing for me to be drawn towards. It's just been really easy to grab onto it and learn from everybody. It really aligns with my values. I've been a total health nut for 20 plus years. Kind of always wanted to get into health and wellness, but I was in college, going for an art degree, which I did get. That was fabulous. But going to school again was not something that I found to be realistic. I suppose I could have made it work, but when I learned about Juice Plus, it just made total sense to be able to jump into health and wellness, like totally like little to no risk situation, and be able to now share with all the people I love in my family who have been already listening to me for many, many years, ramble on about, healthy this, vegan that, whatever it might be from, one year to the next. It's sort of turned into this kind of cohesive delivery system of getting everybody on board with really just taking better care of themselves, because at the end of the day, you know, for me, that's what's most important. I mean, it's like the best feeling when you're doing your best, every day to take good care of yourself, to keep yourself from running into different issues, or if you have family history of certain things, just, so being part of the business has been really amazing for me, because I'm at home making my own schedule more or less. Again, like I have almost zero time. My kids are just about to go back to school, so it's very exciting to even think about what may happen now that I have some other time to actually really dedicate to doing this, because it's been going, I would say, relatively well for me. And I have had, like, I don't know when I've been doing this, like random times. So yeah, it's been really fun, and successful for me, and really just wonderful community. Had no idea how awesome the community was going to be, aside from like the products being obvious to want to share. So it's been a win all around. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Hilary. I love that. And I love that you found this business during a difficult time, and a time that you're busy. And I think one of the best things about this business is we really can do it in stolen moments. So we think we don't have any time, but then all of a sudden we're randomly building this business and this side income, and growing this community, and you really can do it in these small little stolen moments of your day. So happy that you joined us. And then I'm gonna then pass it on over to Simone. Simone, you can take yourself off mute to share your story as well.
Hello, everyone. Good night. I'm Simone Handy, and I'm in Florida. In January of last year, I started a travel business, and it was devastating because, like, not even 4 months after starting that business, we were hit with a COVID lockdown. So I was looking for something else that I could do to help my family, because I was looking for additional income for my family. I was actually looking for something that could help me to say thank you, but no thank you to my 9 to 5, because I wanted to spend time with my 3 boys. So I realized that, I had to start taking the advice of all the success stories I've read about, saying that multiple streams of income is the way for freedom. So just scrolling on Facebook, I saw Rhonda's stories about the Tower Garden. And I was intrigued because I was like, okay, so I have a project like that I'm working on for my nonprofit, and this would be great for it. I was invited to a meeting just like this one. And I was blown away by the buy-in cost of $52 a year for our entire franchise. Like, this is unbelievable. Like, the products are being manufactured for you, you're getting shipping, you're getting billing, and all you have to do is do what you'd always do anyways, if once you have a product that works for you. And I know that the products were definitely working for me, because I would share it anyways to anybody. As long as I have a good product that I'm using, I would go around and tell my friends and family, and this is what I would be paid for. So I said yes immediately that same night to the business and to the products. With this business, I am confident that I will find the time freedom I want with my boys. I've only been in the business for 6 months, and I am grateful because I'm overjoyed with um, sharing the products with people, helping people be happier and healthier. And I even find that in the pandemic, I caused people to panic less because now they have products that are helping them to build their immune system. And they were confident that, once they do what they're told and take their Juice Plus, they'll be able to fight off COVID if it came their way. So I was very pleased to be introduced to this product, and I'm confident that I will gain the time freedom that I want to spend with my boys.
Oh,
Thanks.
I love that, Simone. Thank you so much. Yeah, everybody comes into this business for different reasons. And some people do it as a side income. Some people do it to replace their income. And really the possibilities are endless with this business. And so I've loved having you as part of the team, and so happy that you said yes to the business as well. So thank you so much for sharing. And before we wrap up, I just want to thank everybody again so much for your stories, our product stories, our business stories. I'm sure you can see why we're all just so passionate. Not only have we fallen in love with the products, but this business has really made such a positive impact on all of us in so many different ways. So if you're listening tonight to this call and anything resonates with you, whether it's the product and you want to improve your own health, or maybe you know someone who this might help, or maybe it's the business and you're looking for something where you can help people, but also where you can dream bigger for yourself as well. So we always like to leave everybody with a question: what if this could improve your health in ways you didn't realize? What if you could be home with your kids more rather than your regular 9 to 5 job? And what if you could say yes to more? So if any of this sounds like something that you want to learn more about, definitely be sure to contact the person that invited you to the call. And again, we want to thank everybody tonight for joining us. We know life can be crazy busy, and we appreciate everybody taking the time to hop on. And we hope you have a wonderful night. So I am going to stop the recording.